Have you ever wondered how one single element can be found in a pencil, a bottle, a tire, a battery, and a diamond? That element is carbon. Carbon is one of the most important building blocks on Earth. It exists in the ground, in the air, in plants, in fossil fuels, and inside every living thing. What makes carbon fascinating is that humans obtain it from many sources, process it in various ways, and turn it into countless products we use daily. In this video, we'll explore where carbon comes from, how it is extracted and processed, and how it becomes useful products around us. Carbon is a chemical element with the symbol C. It is special because it can bond with many other elements. This allows it to form an enormous range of materials. In nature, carbon is found in coal, crude oil, natural gas, plants, biomass, graphite, diamond, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and even in rocks like limestone. One of the oldest and most well-known sources of carbon is coal. Coal formed over millions of years from ancient plants buried under heat and pressure deep beneath the earth. To obtain carbon from coal, it is first mined from the ground. Then, the coal is crushed, washed, and sorted to remove impurities. However, raw coal is not pure carbon. To make it useful, it is often heated without oxygen in a process called carbonization. This process produces several products, including coke, coal gas, and coal tar. Coke is a carbon-rich solid used heavily in steelmaking. In steel factories, coke acts as both a fuel and a chemical reducing agent. It helps turn iron ore into usable metal for cars, buildings, and machinery. Coal tar contains many carbon-based chemicals that become dyes, medicines, paints, and industrial compounds. Another major source of carbon is crude oil, also known as petroleum. It formed from ancient marine organisms buried and transformed over millions of years. Crude oil is extracted by drilling into underground reservoirs or offshore fields. Once it's extracted, it is transported to a refinery. Inside a refinery, crude oil is heated and separated through fractional distillation. Different parts of the oil separate based on their boiling points. This process produces useful fractions like petroleum gas, gasoline, kerosene, diesel, and lubricating oils. However, the process does not stop there. Oil fractions are further treated to create more useful carbon-based chemicals. From crude oil, industries manufacture plastics, synthetic fibers, detergents, paints, cosmetics, and pharmaceutical ingredients. Natural gas is another significant source of carbon. It's primarily made of methane, a simple compound of carbon and hydrogen. After extraction, natural gas is cleaned to remove impurities before it can be used. Steam reforming is an important industrial process where methane reacts with steam at high temperatures to create hydrogen and carbon monoxide. These gases are then utilized to produce ammonia for fertilizers and various industrial chemicals. Natural gas can also be turned into carbon black, a fine form of carbon used in tires, inks, and rubber products. Carbon isn't only found in fossil fuels. It also comes from biomass, like wood, crop residue, and other plant materials. Plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through photosynthesis and store it in their tissues. This makes biomass a renewable carbon source. One way to process biomass is through pyrolysis, heating it without oxygen, creating biochar and syngas. Biochar is a carbon-rich solid suitable for agriculture and soil improvement. Plant sugars can be fermented into ethanol, utilized as fuel or chemical product building blocks. Gasification is another method where biomass is converted into gas, producing electricity or fuels. Now, carbon can even be obtained directly from the air. Technologies capture carbon dioxide from emissions or the atmosphere. Captured carbon dioxide can be stored or used to make useful products. Scientists are developing methods to turn captured CO2 into fuels, chemicals, plastics, and construction materials. Once carbon is obtained from various sources, it is often processed into different forms, each with unique properties. Graphite is one common form, used in pencils and batteries due to its electrical conductivity. Another form is diamond, known for its hardness and utilized in cutting tools. Activated carbon, treated to create tiny pores, is widely used in water filters and air purifiers. Carbon black reinforces rubber products and improves their durability. Carbon can be fashioned into carbon fiber, a strong, lightweight material used in aviation and high-performance items. Carbon is present in countless everyday products, often without our realization. Many plastics are created from carbon compounds derived from petroleum, including containers and packaging. Synthetic clothes like polyester and nylon are also carbon-based materials. Tires and rubber goods rely heavily on carbon black for enhanced strength and durability. Graphite is vital in batteries used in smartphones and electric vehicles. Activated carbon also helps clean the water and air we consume by trapping impurities. Medicines and cosmetic ingredients are frequently carbon-based due to organic chemistry. Carbon is essential in asphalt and materials used in construction and infrastructure. While carbon is vital for modern life, it poses environmental challenges through carbon emissions. Mining, drilling, and refining can lead to pollution and habitat destruction. Industries are now exploring cleaner ways to handle carbon, including recycling and carbon capture. The future of carbon relies on balancing industrial needs with environmental responsibility. So, how is carbon obtained and transformed into everyday items? It begins with coal, oil, natural gas, biomass, and even atmospheric CO2. These raw materials are extracted, refined, and chemically transformed into fuels, materials, and products. The graphite in a pencil, the plastic in a bottle, and the filter in a purifier all showcase carbon's incredible journey. Carbon is one of the hidden building blocks of modern civilization. As technology evolves, we're learning to use carbon more sustainably. Next time you use an everyday object, remember the remarkable journey of carbon behind it.